Maybe you also have a question about what is the fastest and easiest way to have an animated shadow of a tree or an animated texture like a candle flame. In this video, you will fully learn how to use it and how to use it in Vantage Render and get animation output from it. And an important point is that if the likes of this video reach 1000, we will make the animated textures of this project available to you. So be sure to support us with your likes and comments. Hello, welcome to MIMViz. In the first part of the tutorial, we want to talk about the moving tree shadow. In architectural animations, the camera movements are very simple, and movements such as tree leaves can help make the animation more attractive. But how? There are various collections that make animated textures available, very accurate and high-quality textures. One of these collections is Figment Tree Shade, which we have used a sample in this tutorial. The scene we chose for this tutorial is a very simple scene, so that we can express the main theme more clearly, which consists of a room, a table, and a window, and there is nothing extra. Let's go to the main topic. Open the material editor and create a V-Ray bitmap. We go to the address where our map is located and select the first frame. At the bottom of the table, by clicking Sequence, we can enter the map as an animation, and with the help of these two options, we can determine its range. Enter the map settings and set the type to None in the color space and set the RGB color below to Raw to have the highest quality. We also turn off the tile in both parts so that the image is not repeated on the page. One of the most important things in the discussion of animation is controlling its speed, and naturally, we need to be able to control the speed of the leaves. There is a section in the map settings called Time Parameter, where we specify the frame from which the texture animation will start with the help of Start Frame, and we can control its speed with the help of Playback. The higher the number, the faster the speed. Now it's time to see the rendering. For this, I used Vantage in live mode so that we can see the result very quickly. As you can see, we used Vray Sun and Sky for sunset light. Also, a light behind the window to enhance the ambient light, and a light on the right side to control the shadows created. If you have any questions about the light and materials of this project, please comment so that we can answer them. To create a shadow in this space, we need to place a plane behind the window with the tree image. So we create a plane and enter its dimensions. We stop and minimize Vantage so that it is not disturbing. We isolate the plane and create a V-Ray material in the material editor. We connect the created map to opacity and make diffuse completely black to have the best shade. At the end, we attribute it to the plane. Time to review the animation of our material. By hitting play animation, we can see its movement. you can see that we were able to create it as quickly as possible without using the rigged tree object. It is better to have the review on playback. We take 2 copies of the plane and also 2 copies of the material and put the number of playback 1, 3, and 6 respectively and assign them to the planes. You can see the difference in speed when playing, and in this way you can control the speed. We delete the extra planes and materials and set the playback number to 2 to get the right output. We raise Vantage again to see the result. By moving the plane, we reach the appropriate output. We lower the pivot to scale more easily. We rotate the plane to be perpendicular to the sun's rays and get a better result. By moving it, we get the desired result. Well, Play is bugged, and we have to see the result by moving it manually. We make the sun smaller to have a sharper shadow so that you can see the result better. You can see the movement in the lower parts. In general, since we are in preview, we cannot see the main result, but you can see it in the main output. Well, before we go to the candle, it is better to see how to get the output together. As you know, by exporting, we cannot have all the animations of the scene, and we have limitations. For this, we use Render Animation with Chaos Vantage. By selecting the camera, we enter the settings and can access all the required items, and finally get our rendering. In such a way that the lower part is rendered frame by frame. For the candle, we must act exactly like the shadow of the tree, and we do not have any complications. We create a plane and put it in the right place. In the material editor, we create a V-Ray bitmap by selecting the first candle frame and hitting the sequence. We create a V-Ray material, and here it is enough to connect it to self-illumination. we must set RGB color to raw to have good quality. For opacity, we should use a copy of this map and only make it black and white. We assign the material, and by adjusting the camera, we can see the result in Vantage. You can also see its animation by moving the bottom bar. You saw that you can easily import any map that has multiple frames into the software and easily render it in Vantage. The video ended. If you have any suggestion, leave us a comment and support us with like and sub. Thank you for being with us. Bye until the next video.